I was asked to accompany the Coast to Coast Foundation this year to film and document who they are and what they do. My time with Coast to Coast started in North Carolina on Memorial Day weekend of 2019. I had a schedule of what the events were, but I had little idea of what I was going to see and experience during that weekend and during my time with the Coast to Coast. I accompanied members of the Coast to Coast as we attended a series of fundraising events put together by the Duskin and Stevens Foundation, also known as the DSF. I learned that the DSF was vital in helping Coast to Coast get their first cross-country ride going 6 years ago. Coast to Coast and DSF have supported each other ever since. You could feel the patriotism all around, literally coming down from the air to start things off. There were a variety of items being auctioned off or sold, all in the hopes of raising needed funding to support those that defend our way of life. Coast to Coast presented a $2,500 check to the DSF Foundation in support of the DSF Scholarship Fund for the children of fallen special operators. The beautiful scenery and architecture of the place truly represented what America is all about. I immediately took notice of all the people gathered around, mingling, meeting up with old friends and teammates, all the while 2 large banners of fallen Special Forces operators Mike Duskin and Riley Stevens were displayed above, as if they were looking down with pride over everything taking place below. The entertainment was fascinating, with live bands that consisted of all veterans who rocked the night with pride and energy, fitting to the mission at hand. Several members of Coast to Coast came from all over the country to attend a meeting that covered the upcoming annual Ride for the Fallen and all of the tedious planning necessary to ensure a successful outcome. Several other members conferenced into this meeting, and they continued to meticulously cover every detail of every scheduled event and ride. After the meeting, I accompanied some Coast to Coast members as they visited the Special Forces Memorial at Fort Bragg, where they paid homage to the fallen Special Operations soldiers who gave their lives in defense of our country and freedom. Many of those listed on the memorial wall were close friends and teammates of the Coast to Coast members. I left North Carolina really looking forward to being a part of the 6th annual Ride for the Fallen and to help tell the story of the Coast to Coast and show the outcome of all the effort, planning, and great things they do to not only make sure the fallen are never forgotten, but to also support the injured Special Operations soldiers by helping them get the medical care they need. The 6th Ride for the Fallen began in Los Angeles. The first morning began with prepping the bikes and gathering together to ride to the LA National Cemetery. Gold Star family members were present along with the Coast to Coast members as we arrived at the cemetery. Stories were told, memories were shared, fallen soldiers were honored and remembered as the mission for the Ride for the Fallen was set. To celebrate, remember, and honor those who gave their lives for our country. We headed out to Las Vegas, Nevada down the open roads of America as the Coast to Coast was set to hold the first of 14 fundraising events to be held across our country. The first event was held at Stoney's Rockin' Country off the Las Vegas Boulevard, where several items were sold at the club while an online auction was simultaneously held. The venue was fantastic. Lots of people came out to not only dance the night away, but to also learn about and support the Coast to Coast Foundation. Several Gold Star family members were present and visited with each other, as well as with some teammates of the fallen loved ones they recently lost. The next day featured a coast-to-coast hockey game held at the Las Vegas City National Arena, which featured Las Vegas Metro police officers, firefighters, soldiers, pro hockey players, and some firefighters with the FDNY all the way from New York City, competing against each other during an exhibition match in support of the Coast to Coast Foundation. Adidas sponsored the production of jerseys worn by each player that displayed the name of a fallen soldier on them. The Blue Man Group showed up to support the cause and help referee the game. This event was truly special to see and be a part of. We traveled to Arizona the following day, checking out the beautiful scenery along the way. Several pit stops and hours of riding later, we headed out to our event in Arizona at the Rooster Bar and Tavern in Scottsdale. This establishment was very lively and welcoming to the Coast to Coast as they set up the merchandise tables and online auction information placards. The bar got more crowded as the night wore on, and Coast to Coast not only sold lots of merchandise in support of their cause, but they presented a Gold Star flag to a Gold Star father named Roy, who had recently lost his son. Roy continued on with the Coast to Coast through the entire Ride for the Fallen across America. We left the great state of Arizona the following day and headed out to Albuquerque, New Mexico, where we all rested up at a Coast to Coast member's home. I flew back to Dallas the next day as the Coast to Coast crew rode up to Colorado to the next fundraising event. I met back up with them in Dallas a few days and a few events later at the Rustic where the fundraising continued. More stories were told, more recognition to Gold Star families were made, and the sales and auctions kicked off as the night wore on. My last stop with the Coast to Coast was the following night at the Lava Cantina in the Colony, Texas. The Lava Cantina couldn't have been more supportive of what the Coast to Coast members were there to do. The Lava Cantina continually recognized the Coast to Coast Foundation throughout the night as the crowd grew. More Gold Star family members showed up and were honored that night. The Coast to Coast continued their journey up to New York City and eventually ended the 6th annual Ride for the Fallen in Fayetteville, North Carolina. I came into the Coast to Coast organization a complete stranger to everyone I met. The welcoming hospitality I received from everyone in the Coast to Coast Foundation was nothing short of amazing. People with a tremendous sense of duty, loyalty, patriotism, and love for one another. Coast to Coast, a foundation started by a group of special operations soldiers in support of one another with love and honor for the fallen, the injured, and their families. That's what I saw.